What happens when IT and business expectations aren't aligned? A contract promises 99.9% uptime, but the customer experiences delays, downtime, and frustration. A knowledge base exists, but support staff can't find what they need, or worse, they don't trust it. Monitoring tools alert you to a problem, but no one knows if it matters or how to respond. These are not just technical glitches, they are service delivery failures that ripple into lost productivity, dissatisfied customers, and missed strategic goals. In this chapter, we explore the practices that prevent those gaps from becoming chasms. Before we dive in, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others in your cohort or professional network. And if you've ever faced an IT service that didn't meet your expectations, leave a comment below. What went wrong, and how could better service management have helped? This is Chapter 6, Key ITIL Service Management Practices, Part 2, and it focuses on 4 critical practices: service level management, knowledge management, monitoring and event management, and continual improvement. These aren't background processes, they're the connective tissue between IT capabilities and business value. They ensure the right expectations are set, the right knowledge is available, services are monitored intelligently, and improvements are made intentionally. For you, as future managers, these practices are not just tools, they're strategies. Let's begin with service level management, or SLM. This practice ensures that the services IT delivers match what the customer expects. It's where business needs become measurable commitments, things like availability targets, response times, or resolution windows. The formal purpose of SLM is to define, negotiate, and monitor service levels through service level agreements, or SLAs, and supporting documents like operational level agreements and external contracts. If you've ever signed a vendor agreement or scoped an internal support arrangement, you've practiced SLM, even if you didn't call it that. The real value of SLM comes from translating business language into technical performance. Say your business needs a customer support line to be responsive 24/7. SLM captures that requirement, negotiates what responsive actually means, maybe a 2-minute average answer time, and ensures that IT systems and support staff can meet that expectation. It also defines how often that performance will be reviewed, reported, and improved. From a managerial perspective, this is about accountability and alignment. You're not just tracking metrics, you're setting a standard for service delivery that drives satisfaction and performance. Within the ITIL service value chain, SLM supports both engage and deliver and support because it anchors the relationship between provider and consumer in measurable, actionable terms. Now let's look at knowledge management. This practice is about more than storing documentation. It's about creating a culture where knowledge flows to the right people at the right time. In ITIL 4, knowledge management is defined as ensuring that information is available, useful, and trustworthy, so that people don't have to reinvent the wheel every time they solve a problem. The knowledge management lifecycle starts with capturing knowledge, say, writing an article after solving a new technical issue. That content is then validated, classified, and stored in a searchable repository. Next, it's shared, perhaps through a self-service portal or integrated into the incident management process. Finally, it's reviewed and improved based on feedback or new information. This isn't a one-time effort, it's a cycle. Each new support ticket, system update, or customer interaction can generate new knowledge or expose knowledge gaps. Imagine managing a service desk where first call resolution rates are low. You discover that staff are struggling to find solutions because the knowledge base is outdated or disorganized. By strengthening the knowledge management practice, updating articles, tagging them properly, and encouraging frontline staff to contribute, you can turn wasted effort into reusable value that boosts efficiency, consistency, and employee confidence. This practice feeds directly into engage and improve within the service value chain by enabling better support and informed decision-making. Next up is monitoring and event management. This is where IT becomes proactive instead of reactive. The practice ensures that services and systems are constantly observed for meaningful changes, what we call events, and that the right responses are triggered. An event might be benign, like a backup completing on schedule, or critical, like a server overheating. The process follows a clear sequence: detect, filter, correlate, act. Detection involves tools scanning for metrics and thresholds, CPU usage, memory errors, latency spikes. Filtering determines which events are significant and which are just noise. Correlation aggregates related events. For example, multiple routers dropping packets could indicate a larger network issue. Finally, action might involve opening a ticket, triggering a script, or alerting human operators. From a business management angle, this is about minimizing downtime, improving visibility, and anticipating problems. A robust monitoring and event management process ensures that IT isn't caught off guard. Instead, it delivers stability, supports uptime SLAs, and enables data-driven improvements. It's a core part of deliver and support, and it also feeds into improve, because event trends help identify long-term performance issues that require strategic fixes. And finally, we come to continual improvement. This practice brings it all together. It ensures that services, processes, and even individual behaviors evolve to meet changing business needs. The goal is simple but powerful: improve value delivery over time. ITIL 4 gives us a 7-step continual improvement model, which aligns perfectly with strategic planning and performance management. It starts with understanding the vision. What does success look like for the organization? Then it asks, where are we now? That requires collecting and analyzing data, quantitative metrics, user feedback, and operational assessments. Next, we set a goal. Where do we want to be? Once that's clear, we develop a plan. How do we get there? Then comes action, implementing changes, measuring impact, and evaluating whether the goal was reached. Finally, we sustain momentum by acting on what we've learned, sharing results, refining the process, and identifying the next opportunity. For managers, this practice is essential. It's not about one-time projects, it's about embedding improvement into the culture. Maybe your SLA data shows poor uptime on a key service. That insight becomes the where are we now step. The goal is 99.9% uptime. You plan infrastructure upgrades, execute them, measure the impact, and assess the result. If you hit the target, great. If not, you learn why and adjust. Continual improvement draws input from all other practices, SLM, event management, knowledge management, and transforms that insight into better services, lower costs, and happier users. This episode is based on content from the course textbook, Mastering ITIL 4 and ITSM for Grad Students, Projects, and Certification Success, by Dr. Joseph H.Schuessler. So what does this all mean for you? These 4 practices, SLM, knowledge management, monitoring and event management, and continual improvement, are not isolated silos. They are deeply connected to business strategy, operations, and leadership. As you grow into roles that bridge technology and management, these are the disciplines that will help you deliver consistent value, guide change effectively, and lead teams that continuously improve. Thank you for joining me in Chapter 6. Now here's something to reflect on. In your current or previous workplace, which of these 4 practices seemed strongest, and which one needed the most improvement? How would you approach closing that gap? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share this episode, and stay engaged with the course. You're not just learning a framework, you're building a mindset that helps organizations thrive. Let's keep the momentum going. You've got this.